This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, well.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, the Cleveland Clinic, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And abuse me, I leave them with the brown. The work goes by so long on them plantation, and me never get paid.
And good afternoon, good day. It's a great Thursday. It's a Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Yes, there's Pearly in the house. It's for my good American friends. It's a happy Thanksgiving Thursday for them. Boy, Bahamians, we just grab everything we want, take it, make it ours. And everybody's celebrating Thanksgiving the other day, and it's not a Bahamian holiday, but I eat the food, so I ain't complaining too much. I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's doing good. I want to know if you want to be a talking head.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
And that is so easy. You can call me at 323-6232. That's 323-6232 or 325-4316, 325-4316 or 325-4259. 325-4259 in the Family Islands and outside the country. Get me toll free 242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. And you can always text me by the text line powered by BTC 422-GR96. Yes, 422-4796. Let's become talking heads and me hear from you. What's going on in the front page?
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
Boy, anyway, the headline, Act of Betrayal. PM says bad actors will be dealt with. Pledges reforms to stamp out corruption in law enforcement. A dark moment for the police force. King says RBDF won't tolerate breach of trust. The F&M calls for a commission of inquiry and the man charged with murder and rape of an elderly woman. What's going on in the business section today? Let's take a quick look. NPDCO, that's New Providence Development Company, acquires the Island House, company to launch a series of initiatives and investments at the Old Fort Bay Club and the Island House. Sunken Treasure Explorer in $10 million court battle with former contractor. And Colina Holdings Bahamas Limited second quarter results released. Contractor ordered to pay subcontractor $214K for breach of contract. And CPC urging retailers to provide free reusable bags to customers. I get, oh boy. I don't know, people. I don't know. We can have a good conversation today. What is going on in our Bahama land? What is going on? Oh, first of all, those of you who are interested in football, you know today's a football day. I normally don't work on these days. I usually be watching football all day, but since I love my callers and I love my listeners so much, I am in here today. Detroit just beat Chicago 23-20. Chicago had a chance. Detroit had a pass in the France that put Chicago in light. They had a penalty, hands to the face. Then they got sacked, and then they just crumbled, and Detroit won. Okay, anyway. We'll talk more about that in the 5 o'clock hour. Man, what is going on in our country? What is happening in this Bahama land? What is so scary about what's been going on? We got 2 police officers, 11 other Bahamians, and some of them I know, yes, some of them we all know, have been indicted for trying to import cocaine, conspiracy to import, possession of firearms, conspiracy of firearms, What is going on? What is happening in our country? A little girl is murdered. An elderly woman is raped and murdered. You got another bunch of Bahamians around here talking, but they gang members in Hamilton, Toronto, outside Toronto, in Canada. You got police lock up. What's going on, man? What's going on in our good country? And this is the question of the day, and this is what we can talk, should there be a commission of inquiry? I say we need one right now. You know, I've been hearing the comments all over town. You know, I listened to the Prime Minister. I listened to what the Minister of National Security say. I listened to what the Leader of the Opposition say. Man, we in a bad state. This does not look good for our country. And when you hear a senior government official, when you connect the dots, I ain't calling no name because Pearlie ain't getting himself in problems. It don't look good for some people. This one cousin, this one best friend or good friend, this one this, that one. Come on, man. Come on. We too thingsy in our country, you know. We want too many things. We're not satisfied with what we have. We hear this one make this kind of money, we want to make the same kind of money, and we do anything to make the money. I just told somebody, I satisfy with what God give me, you know. I ain't rich. I closer to poor than I am to anything else. It's be tough some months for Pearlie. It has be tough most months for Pearlie. But you know what? God has granted me the ability to put 3 children through college. It killed me. It financially, I would say, almost wiped me out. But I'm glad that I have a doctor, a banker, and an accountant. I have 3 good kids who do very well and who look out for their daddy. I can't complain too much about that. But I don't have a lot today, and I don't want it. I told somebody today, I too pretty to go to jail. I can't run. I can't do it, so I ain't doing nothing that can cause that to happen like that. To embarrass me, to embarrass my family, to embarrass my country. How's that supposed to happen? We don't think we ain't gonna get catch. There's too much technology going on in this world for you to do them kind of things that happened in the 80s. I thought I was back in the 80s here in Normandy and all that stuff, and I read these things and listen and see these things. Do we think the Prime Minister said enough in the House of Assembly yesterday? Are we happy that the Speaker didn't let the Leader of the Opposition have something to say in reference to it? What are we afraid of? Why are we stopping from talking on a technicality? We don't want to hear what the man have to say. The people put him in the House and put him there for him to represent them. Not every Bahamian is represented by a PLP member of Parliament. Not every Bahamian person is represented by a FNM member of Parliament. We got both in the House. And those all they're paid by us to represent and should all have a mouth, a talk, be able to say what they have to say on behalf of the people. I want to know what the reforms are. I don't want to know what these reforms come January, you know. I want to know what these reforms are now. What are you going to do to clean up the police force? And you notice we ain't really talking about the defense force like that, right? But is that problem over there in Coral Harbor too? Do we need to do something there? But I think more of a problem in the police force, because all I hear is police force get locked up for rape, police get locked up for this. You get voice notes on this one on garden leave, that one. Come on. Come on, man. I get cousins in the state calling me and asking me, what's going on? And I don't know what to say. I embarrassed. Friends out of Minnesota, I went to university calling me, what's going on? I remember in 1984, when Brian Ross and NBC did a story on the Bahamas, and our Prime Minister flew up there and put them in the place. And I had fellas coming at me in university asking me about my Prime Minister, and I had to basically almost get in fight a couple of times. And saying, that ain't your job to talk about my Prime Minister, that's my job. You talk about Reagan, not my. You talk about your president, who was at the time Ronald Reagan. But they same ones calling me and say, Pearlie, what's going on? What's happening in the Bahamas? Then I see all kind of things coming out. You see when Old Time magazine story from 1967 come out calling us a mafia country and a corrupt country. Then you see the stuff coming from Brian Ross in the papers in The Guardian and all that during the Commission of Inquiry. And we come right back in 2024 and we doing the same crap. The same foolishness. No, we're not a perfect people, you know. And we have people who will make mistakes. I know that and I understand that. But when you doing this and you using your authority, you using your authority to do illegal activities, cocaine. I lost my best friend to that in 1984. I lost many friends in Chippenham to that. But one of my closest friends in life committed suicide because he couldn't handle the scourge of hitting coke and letting his family and friends down. I've lost friends. I watched friends rot to melt away to nothing because of cocaine. So I have a problem with cocaine. So when I see that, it hurts my heart. And to know that I know some of them brothers who indicted. I work with one or two of them. I'm shocked. And I ain't condemning nobody, but I know one thing, the Americans ain't gonna do that unless they got a solid case. And we can show it and say the Americans ain't no better and they this and they that. We can say all that one, but that two wrongs don't make it right, and that don't make it right because they been wrong. They more powerful for us. But let me read the text. Morning, there only could be two high-ranking politicians who involved in this smuggling, either Minister of National Security or Minister of Housing. That's my pick, Pearly. You could read that or leave it. I read it. I hearing all kind of names. Pearly, I 100% agree with you. I don't get about how these things look on the world stage. I care about reform through law. Everything else is talk, talk, talk. Point. But we have to be worried about on the world stage because guess what? 80% of our GNP is based on tourism. We expect them to come in, spend money, and bring foreign direct investments to this country. So when we screw that up and nobody come in, what can happen? Caller, you are on the air. How are you?
What's happening, Pearly?
Boy, I hot today, boy. I hot, boy.
But yes, but I hope you bring your pressure pills with you to wake.
I take them this morning. I good.
Oh, okay, that's good. What you take, Pearly, in the morning? But see, Pearly, real talk. Let's
have it.
It's
Real.
past time we drop the colors and pick up that Bahamian flag, all of us.
I agree with that.
Especially in times of crisis like this. I hear people talk about this and that. See, I can follow a leader, you know. He doesn't have to be my chosen leader. But the only way I'm going to follow a leader is if that leader is operating on the grounds of the constitutionality of the nation.
Bahamas. I hear you.
You see, I don't want a leader just get up to say, okay, this is a big one in the world. I can handle this because this is a big one, and I can let the Minister of National Security get off. I can deal with it. You don't say that. And he advocates his responsibilities altogether. He said at the corner, shut your mouth.
No, the brother didn't come to the house yesterday. The brother was not in the house yesterday. The minister was not there. Where were you?
Where was I?
Not you. I mean, in proverbially, where was the minister? Not you. I talk about the minister. Where are you when I say that?
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying now. I can't blindly follow them. That is most of the time what they've been doing for the last 51 years, giving us some verbal gymnastics, sounding good, and getting us to follow them. You understand now? The Prime Minister spoke yesterday. He said some stuff which tells me two things. He silenced the Minister of National Security or the Minister of National Security came on your shows yesterday or this morning. I was speaking after the Prime Minister spoke.
Yeah.
You understand me? And that anyway, that's supposed to go. And I don't blame these guys for doing what they're doing, even though a lot of it amounts to criminal activity. I blame me, Pearly, Naughty, and the Bahamian people because we keep doing the same thing every election over and over again, expecting different results. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, my brother. I appreciate the call. Boy. Let me read this text. You are absolutely right. I take that back, that I don't care about the world stage. We need our tourism dollars, and I work in tourism and should know better. I still want reform through law, though. Yes, we want reform through law. We need reform through law, Dexter. We do. We need reform. We need some. Listen, some fella called me and tell me that we need to change our gun laws. This was the other day saying that we need 40 years for one gun. And I was like, brother, that's a long, 20 years for a gun. And 40 years if you can catch your second time. I said, but if I spend 20 years, you think I'm looking for a gun after that again? And I thought that was a lot, but I started to think, hey, listen. Caller, you are on the air. How are you?
What are you saying, brother?
I hot today, man. I just ain't like what's going on in my country.
You have to be hot, man. It's embarrassed, very highly embarrassed. I mean, everyone should have to, have their head down. Because
you mean like most of them those members of parliament I saw in the house with their head hanging down like they saw it yesterday?
Yeah, man. Because see, you gotta realize this, brother. The world is watching.
Yes.
You see, this Thanksgiving right now, I work in an hotel. The Thanksgiving right now, really, so it ain't how it is no more. We ain't getting no tourists to come over here like that, you know.
The hotels ain't full today. They usually full on Thanksgiving.
Like that's what I'm saying now. The hotel used to be full, but Thanksgiving, people coming in like that.
I had the numbers down, but I
numbers down. The number being going now in the hotel business for a little while.
Wow.
People ain't traveling. A lot of things going on. A lot of these things that happening affected.
Now, I did see a story by the Vice President of Public Relations or Public Affairs for the Bahamas said that the American elections have slowed down the travel, but they see signs of uptick in tourism travels, and we should see a lot more tourists coming over the holidays.
Yeah, but around this time, you got to realize Americans, when they ain't like really behaving, who was be procrastinating when time they take vacation, you know.
Yeah, they set it up right.
This time now, I hear on the news, Fox News and all that, how much millions of tourists traveling. You should
see the 405 in Los Angeles back right up for miles.
So where they ain't coming here?
No, they going driving. They driving somewhere else.
They go somewhere, and the numbers, and the next thing, probably, over here is expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And people cry every day. The tourists cry all the time. They have them eating if the tourists could eat noodles, they would eat noodles in them rooms.
Wow.
Too expensive to live in this country, and they just jump on the plane half an hour and right over here.
Yeah.
And they leave from somewhere paying 10 cents to come over paying $20.
Yeah, I know
right?
what you mean.
Only half an hour away or hour away.
Yeah.
So come on, man. You gotta make it make sense, man.
I got you. I hear you, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate the call, man. Really do. Appreciate the call. The text says, the high-ranking politician allegedly promised to use of police officers and government planes. Who get the power to do that? I find it very hard to believe that the U.S. prosecutors include this reference was absolutely no basis. The indictment could have been equally as strong just naming Curtis as the police officer in charge of the airport and the chief petty officer of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, providing coordinations of OPBAT operations to Colombians. That's by itself in mind-blowing. But they include the high-ranking politician because they believe that the reference is credible. And you pretty much correct, Texter. Really, I don't feel sorry for no guilty person who get locked up. This country has almost 2,000 young men and women to gang and drug violence. The people making money don't care how many died, so they need to be jailed for life for murder and embarrassment. I bet you, Texter. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, Prince.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's it, Muff?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Man, I don't know, but you got to tell me what's going on. Every time you look something crazy in this country.
I really missed the punchline. Hey, man, why Ivan Johnson had to be in the head around this type of time?
I know. I miss my friend.
Because I know I had to read who the MP is in the Grapevine by now in the Thursday edition.
Yeah, I miss my friend. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but I'd have been, right, what?
Yeah.
But, I would know how they get to arrest them in Miami. They must have tricked them like the Bygert handler say. Yeah, come over to seminar. Yeah, we need law enforcement. When they get to Miami, so they come over with that tunnel. Broward Sheriff right there.
I know how true it is, but, rumor has it. Let's put it, when we make up a dollars, we got to travel, we got to show off, we got to be all over the place.
No, but how the two of them get over there at the same time to be traveling in Miami at the same time?
That's a good question to ask.
Yeah, they probably tricked them, man, like the Bygert handlers. Come over, man. It's seminar, yeah. It's a drug enforcement seminar. Come over to Miami, yeah. Come over, all expenses paid. Yeah. They cross that yellow line, snatch.
Well, they get Thanksgiving at the end of the day in New York.
Yeah. But I'm talking about Thanksgiving, well, I don't look at it as no American holiday or no this. Because Boxing Day is a British holiday and we celebrate that.
No, but we're Commonwealth. No, but we were
65.
We were British.
For life and health and strength.
Yeah, but we were British.
Get along with your family, watch a good football game, grill, and have a couple cocktails.
I hear you, but we were a British colony. We are part of the Commonwealth nation, so Boxing Day is a British holiday, which is part of our
so
tradition.
I don't discriminate between British and American. I guess one holiday.
Yeah. All right, Muff.
So, Bert, I can call you back after 5, man. The Bears gets blow that game by bad coaching and things like that.
Yeah, but seriously, nah, my boy them was way ahead. They were dominating the game, and all of a sudden they let the Bears back in
they had
it.
one first down in the first half, and there was 40 couple seconds, but then still they could have managed the time better, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, they didn't do
and
well.
And they talked to that in sports.
Yeah, we will.
That's
We will.
else get it.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling. Callie on there. How you doing?
Good day, Pearlie.
Hi, Pearlie L. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I right here, man.
And good day, Papa, if Papa's listening.
I'm sure. I hope he is.
Pearlie.
Hey.
My question goes to the House, right?
Okay.
I want to know, what did the Michael Pintard did to the Speaker? Because it seems to be a personal thing to me.
It ain't that, it's a political thing.
I know.
It ain't personal. It ain't personal against Michael Pintard. It's political against the leader of the FNM.
Okay, because my thing is, most times when I do get to see anything concerning how she always seemed to be a bit hard on that side.
Somewhat belligerent.
Yes, you understand me?
Uh-huh.
As if your voice don't count in here. So those voters who voted for Mr. Pintard, their voices, they have no voices. The ones who voted for Shannon Dawn have no voice. So the members of parliament on the official opposition have absolutely no voice in there, and nobody has stand up for them. I expect for Mr. Prime Minister to stand up and tell her, and listen, he wants to say, let's hear what he has to say. To make it be fair. When Dr. Menace, in his time, when he did what he did, and uttered those words on international stage and saying that this country was corrupt, we nearly tear him apart.
Yeah, that's right. They tore him to
we
pieces.
We nearly tear him apart for that.
Looked like he wasn't lying, eh?
He know what he saw when he stepped his foot in there. So he didn't say what he said out of, like you said, belligerence. He didn't just run off on the mouth like we assumed he was doing. We knew there was stuff wrong. We just didn't know how deep this stuff runs.
Yeah.
He know what he saw.
Let me ask you this. People said that he embarrassed the country by doing that. But him saying that is more embarrassing than them two officers arrested, and we hearing that we get some senior officers that involved?
And Pearlie,
which is worse?
I think what he did was, coming out of the leader's mouth was, yes, embarrassing. But look at what happened today. It made it seem like the world stage is saying, wow, their last prime minister knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they moved him, because they didn't want him to fix it. Look at it. You can think of things.
I think that's why he get moved, but that's another story. That's another show. That's another show for another day.
You understand me? So I'm just saying, just look at how you think people would be looking at it today.
Yeah.
Because all of this, Renedy, the police force, and now the defense force joined the bandwagon. So when is the prison going to join the wagon?
Who said things like that ain't happening in the prison? I didn't get prisons got cell phone and everything, and there's something going on there.
Like I say, we just don't know yet.
Yeah, boy,
it's serious. And all of these these high ranking. Everything is a high ranking. Everything is a high ranking. Come on, man, Mr. Commissioner. Come on. You always say you can't fix this. Because this in the chair.
Are you calling for the commissioner's resignation? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'm Mr. Ian Munro.
Wow.
And I feel like Mr. Ian Munro, he said he's waiting to hear from the Prime Minister, but I feel like this should be an honorable thing. They like to say honorable, so you are an honorable man. Do the honorable thing. Step aside so you don't be mixed up in this, because right now all you all face smear this.
Boy. I ain't putting my head on for none of them. Thanks, baby.
Have a good day, Pearlie.
Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. Callers, don't go nowhere. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Just hold on. We're coming right back. This Pearlie is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's a Talking Heads Thursday. Boy, Thanksgiving for my American friends. We'll be right back.
Oh, well. People na fire, banner we got. Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown.
The wait is over. That safe, guaranteed investment opportunity that you've been waiting for has finally arrived. My name is Bond, the Bahamas Government Savings Bond. And as of Thursday, November the 21st, all Bahamians, for as little as $100, can begin to save for their future. The investment rates are fixed and guaranteed with terms for 1 to 6 years, so you can't lose. Mark it down. Thursday, November the 21st. Get your Bahamas Government Savings Bonds. Check out the Central Bank of the Bahamas website for more details.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This KFC drip just won't quit. Step your flavor game up with the new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real premium white meat nuggets, sauced in your choice of one of 5 KFC sauces: Korean barbecue, mango habanero, guava barbecue, stinging honey garlic, or signature barbecue. Do whatever the crunch you want with any of our new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real, 100% a deal. Only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. KFC Saucy Nuggets drip. It's finger-licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy on our souls, on our country. Lord have mercy on this good Bahamas. This is Pearly, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Welcome back to Talking Heads Thursdays. Boy, caller, you on there. How you doing, man?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, what's Bob and Buddy?
Right there, bro. What you saying?
Yeah, even your friend, the lady, your favorite caller, I can call her Pearly Lily, Pearly Lily.
Pearly L. Pearly L.
Yeah, listen, she ain't going. She's saying we don't know, right? I mean, but we know because sometimes you just juxtapose common sense and read between the lines and don't worry too much about the headlines, right? And so a voice notes here, a voice notes there, voice notes everywhere. But the thing is, one will wonder when they will realize, a lot of people, right, even the status quo and the political class or the ruling class, whatever, that trying to suppress the truth is futile in the sense that it just can't, there's too much different platforms. You see what I'm saying, Burley?
Yeah.
So things will eventually reach out. A lot of people
social media, we can find out soon enough. Before Christmas, we can know.
I'm not even intrigued, Pearly. I mean, I listen to the people. Everybody's so up in arms and so surprised as if they don't know the history. They haven't read. There's a book called The Cocaine Wars.
I don't know if they surprised more so
they're
hurt.
talking about it too much. These things.
No, man, you can't leave it.
Long time. I saw him, Mr. Paul Thompson died because it was a cop who I think the Punch wrote the story about how they was plotting on Bonamy.
Yeah.
Right, because they didn't like how strict Bonamy was. Bonamy was, one of them decent commissioners, right?
Yeah.
And so
you second place
they
set up for
were
the
caught
day.
with some firearms. See, most people, his first name was Elvis too, but that's not the Elvis. This Elvis.
Yeah.
But this is a gangster. But people and certain things are being held down. But the thing is, with these accusations collectively throughout social media, from the Haitian guy in the States and the other guy who says he's on the run from the police force and all that, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we look at what we see on the ground today, and then we look at the recent events of these planes landing on the yacht islands. Now, these are just speculations, but what I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying is, so one will be naive to believe someone will do that and then land in the middle of nowhere, but there were simple ways of curtailing corruption. We can't stop corruption, but there are certain mechanisms that can be put in place to match the narratives versus running the press psyops, you know what I mean? And plausible deniability will be the order of the day. That's what it is. I mean, for those people should know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
So it's all intricate. So we're wallowing, and I don't see any solution in sight, because if this had happened here, automatically being different, because Dwight Swan said that one of the narratives that the guy ran to one of the officials in the States was, he can't touch this person, or he can't this and that. So you could imagine if it was here. You know, we are all fooling ourselves. We are being kidnapped socially, afraid to do everything. And what I wanted to say to Pearlie, it's futile calling these talk shows also, because
don't say that, man. That's how you make my living. If y'all don't call line problems, don't tell me it's futile.
But what I'm saying is it's futile because people don't want to hear what you have to say. They want you to say what they want you to say.
Well, that's true.
That is frightening for me, and I'm about it. It's ridiculous. Bless up, yeah.
Thank you, brother. It's true though. I can let you say what you want to say. I don't have to agree with what you say, but I can let you say what you want to say. As long as you don't cost me get a lawsuit. Pearlie, tell Muff the FBI watch you for years before they collect you. Sure do. That's why I said if you see them do that, they got their stuff together. Pearlie, what's going on with Lincoln Bain trying to down-talk Pintard? Pearlie, the guns are coming in through the force, but Brave want to blame the USA. Pearlie, Bain Monroe will not step down. That position is protecting him. For how long, I don't know. I can comment in a minute. Minnis also spoke about this JDL freight handling operation at the airport in a separate story, the same airport that now arrest Superintendent Curtis was in charge of. The JDL handles all air freight before customs touches it. Minnis said that JDL, that he could not say too much because he feared for his life. Someone please go back and ask Minnis what he was talking. The leader of the opposition also put a statement out asking on what was going on with that and calling for questions. And the question came up in one of the second Wednesdays in the month, and the government has deferred the questions. So, anyway. The operation was going on from Minnis admitted. Yes, it was going on in the last few months of the Minnis administration, maybe 4 months. All right, it started maybe 4 months in early 2021, and he got beaten 16. So let's don't try, Pearlie, it's funny how Pearlie L said, what's next? The prison? But do you remember when the U.S. Department of State did a report on the prison in 2023 and how they violated human rights? Well, they did. Don't blame me. Here's the report. Give me a copy. So the prison and the detention center were already been in problems on the world stage long time. I'm ready for this country to be a U.S. protectorate. Pearlie, what you say? Sign my petition. I'm a Bahamian. I ready. And my question to you to ask. Call you on there. Go ahead. I can ask the question after this call. Call you on there.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
Mr. Pearlie?
Yes, dear.
The mayor of Chippingham? let me just say something, please. I'm going to be very frank.
Yes.
You know what made me angry with Mr. Minnis? My situation, my feeling, my opinion is different from most people.
Okay.
I did not see him as a very terrible person, even though sometimes he misspoke.
Okay.
Might have said some things that angered some people.
Okay.
But I believe deep down he had a sense of purpose,
Okay.
And as you would ask my opinion, I do not think he was the worst prime minister.
Nah, he wasn't the worst prime minister. No, he wasn't. He wasn't the worst prime minister. He had a lot of. He had to deal with two major things that no other prime minister had to deal with. He had a Dorian that devastated a whole island in Abaco and hurt Grand Bahama, and he had a COVID that affected this country, affected the world. So I can't kill him. He had that to deal with. I question some of the things he did and how he dealt with some things, but no, he wasn't the worst prime minister. The one I think the one he beat might have been.
Excuse me, anyone that comes to power, we're going to have to question the way they do things.
Yes.
They're all individuals.
Yes.
But you know what made me angry with Minnis? It's amazing.
Okay.
The way he handled the fact that he had already lost as being the government or the prime minister, but he retained his seat.
Uh-huh.
When Mr. Pintard was duly elected through a democratic process, as though he refused to allow that to be smooth and had to put some obstacles in the way and all of that.
That's the problem I have as well.
Me with him. And I am still angry with him because you didn't want the position any longer.
You closed the contract early.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So what is the problem? And even those who support him, that is my falling out with him. You still feel as though there's some undermining there, and you hate to know that Mr. Pintard could go forward. And in a way, we might say, well, let's forget about him. But the mere fact that he's doing that, it is still putting little bumpers in the way because people are saying, oh, you're a fractured party. You're not together. And that is my problem with Mr. Minnis. But Mr. Minnis was not the worst prime minister in this country.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I agree with you. It's not the worst. I just don't like some of the things. Listen, you lost the election. You stepped down. Move, man. Let other people do the job and see what happens. The texter asked about Mr. Brother Lincoln Bain, and I don't want to say because I have some angry thoughts about it. You had your opportunity outside the House of Assembly to meet the press. You said what you had to say. Why are you coming behind the leader of the opposition to cause the problem? Because you grandstanding? You trying to get on TV again? You want to cause the problem? Listen, the problem ain't the FNM and the COI, you know. The problem is, I'm going to say the problem, and don't listen to what I'm saying. The problem, the opposition, let me make sure I say this right now, because I don't want you to go there and say, Pearly, say something wrong. The opposition problem is the government, the PLP. That's the opposition's problem. But the COI and the FNM are opposition. And while you are both trying to be the next government of the Bahamas, you should do some collaboration. You shouldn't fight amongst themselves. Further split the opposition to the government and make the government stronger. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to move the PLP, but you're helping them stay in power by carrying on the way you did yesterday. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was an embarrassment. And I thought, you're not depressed. You're not a member of that party. Why are you going in there? Why? What sense that make? To pull a scene? So you could get on TV so it could be all over social media and distract from what's really going on. Two law officers were arrested, and another crew of Bahamians were indicted, and a Bahamian government official, not knowing who they is, has been said they asked for $2 million. That's the story. That's the problem. That's the problem. And the problem is the Speaker of the House didn't allow the leader of the opposition to speak yesterday. Muzzle democracy. That's the problem we have. Ain't no other problem there. I mean, making it no other problem. And we need to not do that. Boy, really hot today, you know. Call you on there. How you doing today?
Hey, how's everything going?
Hey, right here. What's up?
Yeah, I just like to say, I think it's a shame and disgrace what Mr. Bain did yesterday.
Go ahead.
And, you know...
Don't listen to your radio. Just listen to the phone. Don't listen to your radio because it's late.
You don't further split the opposition. It makes no sense. We have a problem with the governing party. Let's deal with the story with the governing party. Attacking the leader of opposition makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't. I agree with you.
And you're getting down and in the gutter and stuff like that and things that you're saying and you're making no sense. That is not somebody I want to vote for.
I hear you, brother. I hear you loud and clear.
You know, so I like to commend Mr. Pintat for holding his composure and getting his answers out and talking to the press. Continue the good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate the call. And I have to agree with the caller. I have, and this ain't got nothing to do with these PLP, FNM, or whatever, you know. This got to do with common sense. All right? You had an opportunity to speak outside the House of Assembly. Good. You get your talks in. You met, all the media was around you. You was able to say what you want to say. You don't get your little play on social media rowing with the police, telling don't touch you, you can sue, blah, blah, blah. You don't have all that play. Why you follow the man on his press conference? How would you feel if he did that to your press conference? Please. When they say child, please. Call you on there. How you doing?
Pearly.
Hey.
How you doing today?
I good, man. I good. Thank God for life. I can buy my mommy when I leave and eat me one big meal.
It's Thanksgiving Day. Cool down, man.
Okay.
And some of my Bahamian people, you all cool down, but you all have to pay attention and remember. The people say this probe was from May 2021, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, don't lose sight because remember, you know that King here?
Yeah.
Remember that in Colonel?
Yeah.
That was 1 month after they came to power in October 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Pearly, why they going to get $2.5 million of our taxpayers' money to buy that plane what they had in their possession?
I want to know where the plane is.
No, where the plane is be, you mean?
Where
all this be.
Yeah, because I hear in Roma. I don't know how true it is, so I ain't going to say what I hear, but I hear it ain't in the Bahamas.
Let's not speculate on all that, right?
Yeah.
Leave that alone.
Okay.
But the thing is, you know the U.S. wasn't going to take no confiscated drug plane to talk, but they can put in their law enforcement hand. Right?
No.
And yours, right?
Right.
They auction off them things. Right?
Yep. Sell them off.
Anyway. Well, my Bahamian people, always pay attention and remember these events. Because on the 18th of June, 2021, when I told Inspector Gay, do not mess with me and my fence I put up on Pittsburgh runway, the next runway in Crooked Island, he moved it and tell me, not on his watch. But 1 month after the government came, he was responsible for landing the King in the middle of the night, and Sergeant Campbell was the one who freaking bust the load. And he's still on the force. Inspector K.
Oh, boy.
Sergeant Campbell ain't get promoted and get no recognition for that yet.
Interesting.
Okay?
Okay.
So, man, everybody just remember these things. And
We got to
they ain't
remember.
stupid.
We can't
But,
forget. They
hey,
think the
my
Hibis will get
concern
things
really
after
is-
3 weeks.
My concern really is $2.5 million. They need to account for that and everything. They could talk and bloviate and talk and run up and down and, and talking about shaking the apple tree. Well, the rotten apple need to jump out the tree and then shake the tree and shake the rest of them down. Isn't that my cousin Clayton Fernando? You know what I mean?
Caller.
Look, man, keep them intact.
Yes.
And y'all do whatever y'all got to do, but things got to happen. And don't forget the king here and our $2.5 million. We need to account for they need to account for that.
I got you. Okay.
They don't like me because they know I want them. And Pittston Runway was operating illegally across my property. That they make 2 months since I came back from Crooked Island after being there for 2 weeks on the 14th of September. I received my fence, and they still move it. So Inspector Gordon, this is me. Put my fence block on my property where I put there to block up Pittston Runway. You know what I mean? I want to know what you into.
Guy to
Good
court.
day.
Okay.
Y'all
Thank
have a
you.
nice
All right. Hey, we need election. Should there be an election? We need an early election. We need to settle what's going on, or it's too early to ask for that. Call you on there. How you doing?
How you doing, young man?
Oh, I thank you so much, young man. Emphasis on the young. Go ahead.
Listen, man, I was a politician. This Kareem Angel Independence for Garden Hills. Okay, I ran in 2 elections. I lost, no problem.
How you doing?
I feel the same way you feel regarding in terms of the atmosphere. I think, from my observation as a young man, 42, looking at trying to say we're looking for a leader, because most media is trying to stare us again with voting for the person who won't be PM versus trying to get us to understand we need to vote for the constituent persons trying to vie for the constituency.
That's best for your area.
And then focus on who will lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, I really was disappointed in Mr. Bain. And what I saw at work, I saw that the atmosphere is already compounded, chaotic, and it seems like him, Maria, and his whole team only came to just create it and make it more chaotic.
Grandstand.
Yeah, man, and the thing is about it all is, you talk about support for a party. His own party don't support him physically, but under them lives and under posts and things, they'll be trying to destroy you. But when he called for their support to come and make a point that they want to run a country and show us that they're serious, none of his supporters has come out.
A lot of, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but a lot of names you see commend politically on Facebook is fake names. Not saying that they're doing it, but a lot of names are fake names out there.
So at the end of the day, we have to now look at, like you say, reasonable men who looking to try to bring peace into a situation where we all hurting.
Yes.
There ain't nothing where we could section off each other no more. We're in this little bowl, and right now we talk about a sluggish forecast for next year.
Yes.
We still ain't talking about how we can create more revenues. We're now talking about persons needing more income just to suffice their deficits every month.
Cost of
We
living.
ain't talking about how we can create more opportunities. We have an immigration problem, housing crisis, okay? Minister Lazy leave us with a health crisis.
Yeah.
When Brave came and cleaned up the health crisis, everything else open. Crime, housing, what else?
Cost of living going up, corruption, everything.
Man, listen, I talking about, I think the Bama people need to just start to understand, let's get off our feelings. And feelings meaning, yes, we love our PLP and FNM, brother. But we got to look at the fact of the matter is then if we can't continue to vote for just a man and expect his team to do it. We need to now break down this country from a level of you who want to be in this constituency, show us what you good for, man. Because that mudslinging, what they do in Parliament floor, on a Parliament stage, in that environment, talking about this and that and all these allegations, and it was like feelings. All I see was a leader and question on waiting, just spewing feelings. A man who was also the victim, because Pintard in this case was a victim. I watched Pintard try to hold his own in the ground, up and upper floor. But what do they do if they make those decisions? Act like Lincoln? That's the type of leader who wants to represent me in foreign. What if the people in foreign leader don't agree with him right away? That means he can go there and try to be aggressive.
Okay.
Okay, my brother.
No diplomacy. Thank you. Is it time to call an election? Do we need a snap election? Texter says, but I still want a petition to be a part of the United States. I hear you, Texter. Pearly, election next year, the PM cutting up the boundaries as I text. Well, the announcement was made that the Boundaries Commission will have their first meeting on December the 11th. So they don't know what they want to do. That ain't going to take long. They don't know where they want cut. If they can add, the rumor has it, maybe 2-3 new constituencies. They don't know. Just do it. Carly on there. How you doing? Carly, are you there? I thought I heard someone trying to talk.
Bernie!
Hey!
Can you hear me?
I can.
Thank God for life. How you doing?
I'm good, my brother. I can hear you now.
Okay, I know what's going on. Good evening.
Your girlfriend sent a hello to you. Did you hear her?
Your girlfriend, Pearly L. Hey, listen. So
What's up?
Say, excuse me. I don't know if it's a cabinet minister, but did they give this politician in government now, and if it's a female or male?
They said a senior government official. So, we could take it as it is. It could be anyone.
No. I thought they say senior government official and a politician.
Yeah, and a politician, yeah.
They're asking you a question if the politician is a male or female.
I hear all kind of rumors. I hear male, I hear female, but I don't know. They have not announced it yet. I sitting patiently waiting to hear who this person is.
But they say they're in government now, maybe in cabinet?
They didn't go that far, but they said a government official, a senior government official.
On the road, I hear the commissioner of police either could pass in his resignation or he could resign. I mean, the prime minister can accept his resignation.
Let me ask you a question. Based on what's going on in the police force, should he step down?
Man, come on, man. You gotta stop joking or chill. When people talk, you gotta think it personal or you think something.
No, I ain't taking it. I just asking. I want your. I have my opinion. I just want yours.
Yes, I've been saying, and I tell him CYC long time. I tell him it's embarrassing.
Okay.
Look at Michael Johnson case.
Yep.
That's embarrassing. Our president Prime Minister stand up now and tell me, making it sound, but they got legislation soon. They should have done it for Michael Johnson time.
Yeah, but they ain't had nothing to that.
With us and pretending like they really, really care. Only got the America, the DEA involved with this. They only faking with us.
Okay.
They ain't want to do nothing with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And the commissioner, we say he's supposed to go. You can imagine him talking about the commissioner could be in charge of the force while they're investigating themselves. SIB, all about sucking up to the politician, driving the politician around, supposed to be in charge of the investigation. What's supposed to come on that? Commissioner don't do his time. He's supposed to be retired. He must be on contract. I tell him CYC long time. What about these motorbikes with making all these noise around you, man? They around you getting mixed up with rape and trafficking drugs. Why don't send some traffic police in these communities to get these old people and sick people and these guys around you, these old noisy motorbikes like they stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Send them to check that out and stuff, getting locked up for
riding up and down.
And stuff. What the whistleblower saying in Miami? You hear anything from him lately?
No, I hear nothing from him lately. I hear nothing from him, and I ain't seen no voice note from the chairman of the PLP in a few days, so I want to know what's going on.
Fred Mitchell would have come out saying something funny the other day when the former prime minister was talking about commission inquiry and talking about we need to do something with the bad apples and forth. Fred Mitchell is making it sound like we shouldn't show the royal back. While all his people getting murdered and slaughtered in Foxville, he was taking up with the police. The prime minister come out and talk first. I surprised Fred Mitchell didn't say nothing yet.
Not a word.
Down out his mouth. Now, prime minister could talk, but he could let the foreign affairs minister go to America to check it out. They only faking with us, but they a bunch of fakes, but they know about this corruption. But voting them is a joke, but we supposed to be putting them on the gallows, but you see him politics, bunch of punks.
I believe Papa harder than me. I really believe Papa harder than me. What you say, Mr. Producer? Wow. Carly on there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly. How are you?
I'm pretty good. What's up?
Good, man. I just wanted to call in. You know my voice.
Yes.
Pearly, what the Bahamian populace hasn't realized is the parts of the indictment were, in fact, released. And what is the most concerning part is the judge indicated that the Bahamas was their third border. Yes?
Wow.
So what that means is if the president-elect decides to make cartels or drug traffickers and the like, puts them in the realm of terrorists, right?
Yes.
Any sort of injection of illegal or illicit guns, drugs, or otherwise will be considered an act of war. Now, this is the most critical part It was merely a bitter dicta, which means a statement, but some people will refer it to the ratio decidendi, meaning the meat of the matter or the crux of the matter.
Right.
This is more sinister than we actually understand, and it was a shot across the bow. The decision, this has been going on from 2021, whether or not it was in the prior administration or not. The guys to the north are meticulous in what they do.
They are.
Now, whether or not certain aspects of this come to fruition or not, they have individuals in their custody. They've shot the judges fired a shot across the bow.
Exactly.
Letting you know that this is what's happening. Now, whoever is in control at the moment, I don't think it's my personal opinion. I think it's the man coming up, and it's a matter of just saying this is what's going to happen. So if you're pushing illicit anything into the United States, it will be considered an act of war the moment that cartels or otherwise are made or deemed to be terrorists.
Yeah.
And this is far more serious than this, that, or the other that is being discussed. And this is my humble opinion, but I'm learned in so far as reading between the lines, as you know.
Yes.
But it's an opinion. It is not fact, but it's my learned opinion that this is far more serious than what it appears to be. Now, if you're doing that much work for the last 4 years, if you're going to dig a hole, can you imagine digging a hole for 4 years?
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Fair enough. You can say konnichiwa to the guy, on the other side of the world. But it's my 5 cents as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to illuminate the problem at hand, and our friends to the north are not enemies. But if they see a clear and present danger, they will protect their own, which they should.
They should. I out of time.
And that's my humble opinion.
I appreciate
and thank you for my 5 minutes or 2 minutes.
Thank you so much.
And you're doing a great job, but this is quite serious.
It is.
And the moment that the full indictment is set out, I would humbly suggest that everyone reads it clearly and in between the lines.
Yes.
And it was clear. And please look at, that is our third border.
Okay. I got to run.
That is frightening.
Like the producer tell me I got to go. Thank you so much for the call.
Okay, God bless.
Take
you
care.
so much.
All right. Callers, don't go anywhere. I'm going to take we have 2 callers on hold. We're going to take them right after the 5 o'clock hour before we get into sports because I want to hear what you got to say. But we're going to take a quick break into the news. Cuban really got some numbers for you. This is Pearly, it's Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. It's a Talking Heads Thursday. Don't go nowhere, callers. We'll be right back right after the news.
Wait on your judgment day. Bobby wrong. Me bona fire pana weekend. Babylon and the feature coulda never get me down. All I do is win, no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Buenos dias, soy Joe Cuban Willie, and it's Thursday. Time for my numerology report with the cuatro pelotas for you today. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And today's lucky number in the favor: 2, 2, 8, 8, 2, 2, 8, 8, the 22, 88. That's your favor today. Play it and win with the Island Game. Stay winning, my friend.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them mother jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles. It covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
This KFC drip just won't quit. Step your flavor game up with the new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real premium white meat nuggets, sauced in your choice of one of 5 KFC sauces: Korean barbecue, mango habanero, guava barbecue, stinging honey garlic, or signature barbecue. Do whatever the crunch you want with any of our new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real, 100% a deal. Only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. KFC Saucy Nugget Strip. It's finger-licking good.
Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic. Your destination for care, for every care in the world. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And good day. Welcome back to Talking Heads on a Thursday afternoon here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. I promised these 2 callers I would take them. So before we get into the sports hour, Clint, don't go nowhere. Hold on. That's going to take these 2 quick calls. Call you on the air.
Hey, a pleasant good afternoon. How you doing, Billy?
I'm ready. What's up, Anton?
Right there, man. And good afternoon.
And you always just wait till almost 5 o'clock to call, eh?
No, I was holding for quite some time, Billy.
Okay. So what's up, brother? Talk to me.
Right. I just decided to continue the hold because I thought it was worth the hold based upon what you were discussing.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question before I make my comment, Billy.
Okay.
What do you think should happen in the matter relating to the indictment of the officials and the other Bahamian citizens?
When you say what I think should happen, be a little more clear on what you're asking me.
You've been saying, you said at least 5 times you're angry this afternoon, or you ought this afternoon,
Yes,
right?
I am. Yes.
So, based upon how you feel, I'm asking you, what do you think should be done in this matter?
I think, first of all, the law should take its course to begin with. If there's a high-ranking government official that is involved, he should immediately resign his post and go face the music. If it turns out to be more than one, I would not pass up having a by-election or a general election. Just give the new mandate to whoever's going to be there. Second of all, those who are already indicted, and as long as the case is good, then let the law take its course. But let the chips fall where they may. I firmly believe we should have a commission of inquiry into corruption, into law enforcement in this country, so that we could clear the air and so we could bring back some kind of faith to people, or some kind of trust that people can have in the law enforcement in this country.
Okay, let me make one statement based on what you just explained.
Okay.
And then I'd like to read a 2-liner.
Okay.
So based upon your thinking in terms of if there's more than one individual of high ranking involved in this matter, or another individual to be indicted who is of high ranking, on the police force,
or government, or government,
not in the cabinet,
okay,
on the police force,
all right,
that we should call an early election.
No, I didn't say on the police force. I said high-ranking government official. So if it's within the government, as a cabinet minister, if it's a member of parliament, if it's a permanent secretary, yes. Okay. Maybe not so a permanent secretary, but if it's an elected official, yes.
Based on that, we had how many cabinet ministers in the cabinet? The same cabinet.
See, hold on. See, this is the problem. No, Anton, that ain't the issue today. See, you're trying to muddy the water. And you're trying to stop on what's going on in our country today. Y'all hold on. Let me finish. Y'all dealt with what went down in that administration. First of all, they resigned. Second of all, you're gonna vote them out. That done. That don't see 2 wrongs don't make it right, and that don't justify what's going down now.
Are you speaking for me, or are you going to allow me to make my point?
I making my point, brother. I control the radios. I control the show, you know.
Point now?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna let you say something to muddy the water because it ain't about what happened in the past, about what happening today in our country. Remember Janet Jackson? What have you done for me lately?
Can I make my point now?
Go ahead, Anton.
Thank you very much. Based upon your thinking, Pearlie, Bahamian citizens should never consider anyone from that previous cabinet. No one. Because they didn't even have any idea what was happening under their own feet, inclusive of the National Security Minister under the Minnis administration, inclusive of the Commissioner of Police under the Minnis administration. Let me read the two-liner that I spoke to. From the indictment, I must add. This is from the indictment. It says, the charges contained in the indictment are merely accusations, and the defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. The final part, the last paragraph, says, as the introductory phrase signifies, the indictment set forth herein constitutes only allegations, and every fact described should be treated as an allegation. And so based upon what the writer of the indictment sets out in their own indictment, and then opens with and concludes with in their own indictment, what are we running on with in this country?
Hold on. Let me stop you there. What you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me this ain't that serious a matter? That's just an allegation. We mustn't worry about it. Is that what you telling me?
I just read to you.
No, Anton. I asked you a question, bro. I asked you what Anton thinking. Are you telling me by reading that to me, by saying those things to me, this ain't no big deal? We shouldn't worry about it because it's only an indictment. It's only allegations.
I'm saying to you very clearly, Pearlie, and I'll end with this. Very clearly, I'm saying to you, as far as the United States judiciary and legal system is concerned, the individuals are presumed innocent until and
anybody, or whether I guilty anybody in the show. I said if. I always use that word.
I'm also saying to you, Pearlie, based upon the judiciary and the legal system and the writer of the indictment, the individuals are only merely being accused. They stand only accused.
And I did say, let the law take its course. Didn't I not say that?
Until someone has been convicted, beyond a shadow of doubt, and there is no appeal on that conviction, they accept that they have been found guilty by a jury of their peers. What are we running on with in this?
All right, Anton. I hear you, bro. I got to go. I really got to go because I can't take that. I can't. No. You trying to spin this in a different way? Come on, man. Come on. What in the act of betrayal? Our own prime minister saying the act of betrayal. Psst, brother. I could call you at 30 seconds because I really should be in the sports hour. And go ahead, caller. Not there? Not to worry. Today in sports history. Boy. Today is November. Hold on, I lost it. I got it back. Today is November 28th. Why is my phone just tripping out on me right now? I guess it's man-made. Everything can happen. Today is November 28, 2024. On this day in sports history, 1929, Ernie Nevers of the Chicago Cardinals set an NFL record when he scored 40 points in the game. He scored 6 touchdowns and kicked 4 extra points. Boy, it would have been nice to have him in my fantasy team. In 1948, Dippy Evans, Chicago Bears, became the first NFL player to score 2 touchdowns or recovered fumbles in a game. In 1969, the New York Knicks set an NBA record when they won their 18th consecutive game. In 1977, Larry Bird was introduced as college basketball's secret weapon with a cover story in Sports Illustrated. In 1979, Billy Smith of the New York Islanders became the first goalie in NHL history to get credit for a goal. Smith was the last Islander to touch the puck before Rob Ramage, Colorado Rockies, put it into his own net. In 1982, Ron Sutter became the NHL career as a Philadelphia Flyer. With his start, a record. Come on, slow down, Earl. With his start, a record was set when 15 brothers all played in the NHL. 5 brothers all played in the NHL. His brothers were Brian from St. Louis, Darryl of Chicago, Brent of the Islanders, Dwayne of the Islanders, and Ron Twin Rich signed with Pittsburgh a year later to make it 6 Sutters brothers in the league at one time. In 2001, Michael Jordan of Washington Wizards announced that he would retire for the 3rd and final time at the end of the NBA season. In 2002, the Dallas Mavericks lost their first game of the season to the Indiana Pacers. The Mavericks had won the first 14 games of the season. And in 2002 again, LeAnn Rimes performed at the halftime show of the Dallas Cowboys Washington Redskins Thanksgiving Day game. Sports Quote today: most games are lost, not won. Casey Stengler. Lord have mercy. Hear my prayer. Clint, you there? Oh, he hasn't called in yet? Okay, not to worry. Call Leon there. How you doing?
At the Dolphin game tonight.
Dolphins should win that game.
You think so?
Yeah, I think everything is pointed for them to lose because it's 32 degrees, it's really cold and all that stuff. And they're gonna. I just think Tua can put it together, and I think the Dolphins can win it. I think they're on a little mission right now.
Positive thinking is going to happen.
Yes.
Good for you. And do me a favor. Tell Anton, stop spinning.
Thanks a lot.
Pass it on.
I will.
God bless, eh?
Take care.
Dolphins all the way, baby.
All the way. Oh, I needed that little cheer. Boy, Anton, you really run me out, though. But we can talk another day. I promise you, we can have another conversation. We will have another conversation in reference to this. In the sports space, just look at the home front for a second. Coach Yo's Ole Miss Rebels come up short. Huskies defeat Ole Miss Rebels 73-60 at Centennial Tire Bahama Women's Championship. U15 Caribbean Baseball Cup set, Team Bahamas roster finalized. And Bahamian Equestrian compete at Grand Caribe, Suriname. Call Leon there. How you doing?
Hi, Pearlie. How are you?
All right. Hi, good. What's up?
You are fine. This is your fellow Zaka.
Hey, how you doing?
You are fine.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
I keep telling you, don't let pigeons disturb you.
Okay.
Don't let pigeons disturb you. If the matter is not serious, and if Anton wants to know what are we carrying on in this country for, quote and unquote, tell him if he is mine. Connect to New York, any one of the airports, LaGuardia or the other one. Tell him go visit. Carry PMH bread and feature the government G's.
The PMH kitchen closed. Ain't no bread. That kitchen been closed for the last 6 months.
They ain't doing no bread down by UB.
I don't think they're doing the bread. I don't know if they're doing the bread by UB, but I know the PMH hospital kitchen closed.
Yeah. But tell Anton if it is serious, and he could read allege all he wants. Tell him I dare him. Go pay them a visit. Take them a pack of cigarettes. Go. We will see something. Okay?
Thank you.
You have a good day, and you are just fine.
Thank you.
You will always rise above a pigeon, honey bun.
Amen, I say. Amen. I'm going to I got a couple of texts I let go, so I'm going to read them quickly. Another sovereign, I send congratulations and salutations to USA for successfully interfering in another sovereign country's affairs. Come on, Tex. How they interfering? The brother gone to the States to import cocaine. How he interfering with a sovereign country? Y'all, let's do this. Let's do this. Dallas getting beat 7-3. That's what he can do right now. Call Leon the app. Dallas getting beat. They gave up a touchdown to the Dallas. Came down the field, scored a field goal, and then they gave up a touchdown to the Giants. The Detroit Lions barely beat the Chicago Bears 23-20. Sports time. Call Leon there. How you doing?
Well, I was holding on before sports time.
You were holding on before sports?
Yes.
Yeah, and
when
why?
you came back from the break, I don't know why.
Okay, I can give you 2 seconds.
Okay, well, I just have to say this. You know, and I'm calling in reference to a lady who said the reason why, since she put it out there, the reason why she was angry with Menace. And I'm going to say this about the FNM. The only way that they will be able to unite is to come together and tell the truth of the real reason why they're so divided.
And what's that?
They're making it seem as if that Menace was some sinister person who stood behind and was orchestrating people to cause division in the party. Now, if this is a lie, I want someone to come and tell. The day Pintard became the leader, and people who did not vote for him, they have said it for years, who didn't vote for him and say, listen, I didn't vote for you, but you're the leader now. I am going to support you. Tell another F&M, oh, we don't need your kind. You didn't vote for me.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that from your own ears? No. See, hold on a minute. I asked you one question, simple yes or no answer. Did you hear that with your own ears?
I haven't, and guess what? They weren't disputing.
So if you ain't heard it with your own ears, hold on, Miss. Will you hold on a minute, please? I control this show. You ain't gonna tell me how to talk now, because I got a good finger. Hold on. See, you ain't gonna come on the show and bring things to the show that don't make no sense, because I ain't gonna get cause and I ain't gonna get sued for nothing with foolishness.
Okay.
If you ain't, hold on. If you ain't heard it with your two ears and say, I heard this, don't bring that on this show.
Hey, that's fine. Can I tell you what I've heard then?
I ain't interested in what you hear with your own ears. No, but somebody tell you to hear.
I will tell you what I heard with my own ears.
Go ahead, darling. Go ahead.
Those who support Menace, I hope they know that when you come, that we won't be tough for them. Okay?
Say that again.
Those who support Menace.
But let me ask you a simple question here. Mm-hmm. We have a show going on. We're talking about allegations of some corruption within the government. How does it become a Menace show? How does it become a Menace show? The lady made a one statement and you're trying to make this. This ain't about this. This is about corruption in our country, and this about police officers who get locked up, who got locked up in Miami. I ain't want you calling here to start nothing on the show, especially when I talking sports. Don't do that to me, please. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, we say, brother.
Hey, right there, brother. What's happening?
Yeah, man. Everything good. Cool down, man.
I see one thing I ain't gonna do is tolerate foolishness. Don't come and tell me somebody tell you something. Because when I go to court, I gotta say I hear that, and ain't nobody doing that to Burley. No. Especially not in my sports hour. What's happening? Talk to me.
You tell me this, man. What happened to the 49ers quarterback, man?
He's hurt. And they say it's a mysterious injury, but I think he has a shoulder injury.
Yeah, but he's scared to control this ball.
He's scared to do what? To throw the ball?
He's scared. He's scared to run this ball, man. Why he's scared to run?
He's not a running quarterback. He's not a running quarterback. He's more of a pocket passer.
Yeah, I understand it, but they're costing the 49ers.
Yeah, but they got a lot of injuries, They got a lot of injuries. I feel for them this year. I feel for them. They have a whole lot of injuries. And then this next man up just ain't good enough. Even some of the next men up get hurt.
So you think they can make it back on top?
No, not this year.
Yeah, but they got to be able to sit out now. That's all they call for.
Okay, I appreciate it, but not this year. Yeah. They ain't gonna make it this year. Maybe next year when they back healthy. Thanks, caller. Call you on the air. How you doing? Hello. Don't listen to your radio. Listen to your phone.
I'm listening to you. I called you back because the Dolphins are going to win just for you tonight. Okay? And that was a member of the round table, okay?
I know who that was. I know exactly who that person is.
Okay? And they've been doing that. Yes, Menace is a problem. And I would say this with all due respect. He was a good prime minister that he had to handle two disasters. Okay, two. But the non-comment from him when it comes to Pintard,
yes,
the Bahamas has a problem. The Bahamas has a problem, not the round table. The round table is not the Bahamas.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Pintard is a diplomat.
Yes.
Menace is trying to be a diplomat by allowing the round table to spread nonsense. And I'll end right there.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
he
you.
knows that they're doing it. Now, the Dolphins are going to win tonight just for what you've been going through.
That'd be wonderful.
I watch that game from beginning to end, and I going to...
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Call on there. How you doing?
Yeah, Perez, I agree with you and the lady, man. Listen, yeah, Miss Wells, the Menace era is over.
Get
Get
over.
over it, man. Let it go.
Let's move on.
Why you keep taking us back 2, 3, 4 years? Forward ever, backwards never.
Amen, I say. Amen.
Yeah, man, every state got to call defending Menace, man, Miss Wells. Menace and Lewis.
If you got to defend somebody that much is a problem.
Accept that, man. Get that into your brains. Let that go, man. That's stressing you out. Now, you have the lady right, man. Hey, Pearly, we got 2 things to prove tonight, boy.
Yes.
We got to prove we can play in cold weather.
Yes.
And we got to beat an 8-3 team.
Yeah, got to beat the team with a
over
winning
500
record.
team.
Over 500 team, yes.
And we got to get to 500.
And I'll take us to 500 with that win.
500. So that's 3 crucial things in on this game tonight. But like you say, I watching Naughty them now. Naughty, this might be coming through. But they scored 3 points first, and then
yeah, we'll see what happens. There.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, man, let it go, man. Let it go. He is passé now, man. Like he tells Ingram, his era is over, man. All right.
Thank you, my brother. We can take our first break. Listen, man, we got a little mix of politics and sports on the 5 o'clock hour. When we come back, we're going to talk more sports. We're going to pick the games for tonight, and we're going to look at tomorrow night's game with the Raiders. This is Pearly, talking it's Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Be right back.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Freeport, don't buy that ticket yet. The biggest Black Friday event is about to come your way. November 28th, 29th, and 30th. Mark your calendars. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center is bringing our 3 days of blackout right to your doorstep. Thousands of items from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart, all at their U.S. online listed prices, freight and duty paid. It's a shopping spree like you've never seen before. Don't believe us? Bring your phone and Google it. Join us at the large warehouse on West Settlers Way. Don't miss out. Be there or be square.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And welcome back to Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Man, I didn't think I had this much emotion on radio. I if I offend anybody, I do apologize. I apologize for the lady who called the minutes. I know her well. Amina can talk off air. But I apologize if I offend anybody else by getting too hot. But before we finish talking about sports, I love my country. I love my country. I had an opportunity to stay in the States in 1985 when I finished college. And the people say, you love your country too much, go home. I love my country, so I can fight and cry and battle for my country every day of the week. And I ain't gonna let you come on the show and say lies. I ain't gonna let you come on the show and say hearsays. I don't run nobody, but if you can talk foolishness to me, I can jump all over you because I don't believe in that. All right? I don't believe in that. And to the caller, I know Mr. Pindar did not tell anybody that. Did he think it? Maybe. I don't know, but I know he didn't say it. He's not gonna say that. So that's an outright lie. Anyway, Dallas, they scored another field goal. I don't know what they're trying to do. They just scored another field goal. So it's now 7-6. 7-6. The Giants. And the Giants got the ball right now. And they're on their 49-yard line, on their 40-yard line. So it's an interesting game. Dallas moving the ball up the field, but they can't put it in the end zone. Okay. What else going on today? I don't think there are any NBA games today. There are no NBA games today. So they're only there's a college football game, Memphis at Tulane, number 17 Tulane, 14-point favorites. We may look at that. And then, you get my good Miami Dolphins at Green Bay tonight. And then you've got the Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. The Chiefs been dodging plenty bullets. And that's tomorrow day. So we take a look at that before we go. I've been seeing, and I'm going to say this because this just specifically for my son, do. I saw I heavy on TikTok. I like watching TikTok. I just get a kick out of it. But my algorithms take me, and a lot of stuff come up with the Dodgers. A lot of stuff come up with the American politics. A lot of stuff come up with food, stuff like that, and dance and stuff. But I saw a guy talking about how people are complaining that the Dodgers bought the World Series and trying to buy the next World Series because they signed Snell for 5 years, $182 million. And I thought about that. I mean, nobody used to complain about the Yankees doing it back in the day. But you know what? After thinking about it, the Cleveland Guardians owner is the fourth richest owner in Major League Baseball. The fourth richest owner out of 32 teams. The fourth richest owner. The Mets got money. The Yankees got money. The Braves got money. The Giants got money. The Padres got money. But they don't want to spend it. So you mad at my Dodgers because we spending the money to make sure we win? I firmly believe in paying players. If I go to the Dodger Stadium, I'm not going to go see Davey Roberts, I'm not going to go see Magic Johnson or the other owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm going to see Yamamoto. I'm going to see Mookie Betts. I'm going to see Ohtani. I'm going to see Ben Sasaki come there. I'm going to see Snell. I'm going to see Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, Kiki Hernandez. That's who I'm going to see. So if I'm spending my money to go see them, pay them players because they draw in the fans. The Dodgers used to get about 100,000 Japanese fans a year. 100,000 come to the games. So the Dodgers get 162, 81 games at home. So you get 100,000 people come for those games. Last year they had over 250,000, and next year it's going to be over 300,000. They printing money out of Japan. They raking in money out of Japan. Pay them. I don't have no problem with that. None whatsoever. Caller, what say you?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, caller?
Yeah, Paulie, listen, man. Y'all, look at. I agree with Michael K. Listen, this thing, while the Yankees and Dodgers have a substantial amount of money and means to do some things, I think we really blowing everybody, especially the Dodgers now, they're blowing everybody out of the market. They have gotten worse than my New York Yankees back in the day.
We got the money. We make the money.
And what y'all doing is that y'all kicking the can down the road because y'all defer this money. So y'all don't pay this money up front.
No.
Y'all keep deferring this money and deferring this money. From 10 years down the road, and you make all kind of money of the money that was already allocated to the player.
Yes, we're not breaking any rules. We may bend some of the rules, but we're not breaking any rules.
I just think
we doing what we're supposed to do.
Sooner than later, the league have to come to grips with reality. Because right now, the only thing would cause Soto to stay in Yankee. He just is because of the franchise itself. But
what, he agreed? Him and the Yankees came to an agreement already?
The Mets want to have over $20 billion.
Yes.
So if he decides that he really wants Soto, we can't stop. We can't cut it.
Yes, you could. Y'all have the money to. Y'all can pay. Y'all can pay for Soto. The Yankees can pay for Soto.
No, I say that we can't. What I'm saying is that he can blow everybody out the water in terms of money.
We know.
The owner.
Yeah, the owner can do, but we know Soto's market is $600 million. You can't give him $700 million like you give Ohtani because he ain't as good as Ohtani. So you ain't gonna pay him more than you're paying Ohtani. So his market is between $600 million and a little under $700 million. The Yankees can afford that. The Braves can afford that. The Mets can afford that. The Giants can afford that. The Padres can afford that. And Cleveland can afford that. And others. Chicago, others.
Yeah, but those kind of players like Soto and them, they see. I think while I believe it's about the money, I also think that he want to go on a team that stand a chance to go to the World Series.
Exactly.
That's what can blow them other team out of the way.
Exactly, and that's the teams that stand a chance to be to the World Series is the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, the Padres. Maybe if Boston do something, Boston. They're the teams that stand a chance to make it to the World Series. Detroit they make the playoffs, but they ain't going nowhere. Same with Cleveland.
And guess what? On the top of football, y'all get marshaled up tonight. Y'all 5-6. You think y'all can make the playoffs?
I don't know that, but I looking at one game at a time. I ain't worrying about the rest. I'm worrying about the game tonight.
Are you optimistic, man? Listen, this is your team. Are you optimistic?
Listen, we are always optimistic that your team can make the playoffs.
Man, I'm asking of you.
I am always optimistic that all my teams can make the playoffs. But I'm being a realist. I don't know. I take it one game at a time, and as we win, my optimism grows. You think you can get me? You think you can back me in the corner? You ain't gonna back me in no corner, bro.
The one thing I want the Yankees to do, Eddie, I want them to go hard after that Japanese pitcher.
Y'all ain't gonna get him.
Y'all already try him on with one coach.
Yeah.
But the Yankees must go hard up, make sure that they all don't get him.
It ain't, but him, it ain't about the money, you know. Because none of these teams got a lot of money in the international pool to pay him. It ain't about the money.
Yeah, everybody can afford to pay him. That's
right.
What I'm saying.
Is where he wants to be.
Everybody, yeah. That's
and his two good friends.
Can afford to pay him because he only weighed about $9 million or something like that.
Based on that,
so,
yeah.
You know, market-wise, so he ain't like he out of the water.
So the selling tool will be your teammates, your two teammates from the Japanese national team of Dodgers. Come play with us, bro. We got a championship.
No, listen. The Yankees gonna pull him in. See, we can pull him in, and of course, you know, Cole coming back stronger than ever because despite he had a halfway season, he still shows that he is Cy Young material. We get Cole for another 3-4 years. I mean, lock up.
No, that ain't your problem. You got good starting pitching, you know. Y'all need to sign some relief pitchers. Y'all need a better bullpen. That's what you need. And you need you're gonna need a second baseman. All right. And you're gonna
let me tell you what we need first. We need a closer.
Yes. No, y'all got a closer.
What we need right now, like a good closer like what Rivera was.
You know, y'all got a decent closer. If y'all could get to the closer, it's lights out for the guy y'all got right now.
The young guy doing good, right? But I don't think he gonna ideal down the stretch. I think he need to be a setup guy. All right?
I got you.
We need a real closer that just lock the door in the ninth.
You need an Evan Phillips, eh?
Yeah, we need somebody who can really lock it down. You know, he come in for 3 batters and he whoop.
Or a Kopecki. That's what you need.
That's the stuff I want.
I got you.
Like, you know, Rivera can throw the cutter, but they can't catch up with it.
Yeah, that's true. Boy, he was something else. Hey, he was something else. Rivera was something else. When he come in there, you know the door shut. You know, he put the C in closer. He put the capital C in closer.
So if we find somebody similar to Rivera, boy, we could be trouble. I can tell you. Now we gotta get a good third baseman, a first baseman, yeah, with some skill, but.
Wait, hold on. Stop right there. And the Bahamian boy named Jazz Chisholm.
No, Jazz going to second. Well, you ain't me.
Oh, you putting the Jazz to second?
Realignment.
Okay.
We put the Jazz to second.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to look for a third baseman who could give us like 30, 90, like 30 women, 90 RBIs with good defense.
That's taken in mind. Y'all get Juan Soto.
Yeah. Well, we can get Juan Soto back. We can get a more than average first baseman. You see, because at the end of the day, another 3-4 years, Judge gonna come in from outfield on the infield.
But no, he can come in and just be a DH.
Permanent first baseman.
No, he coming in just to be the DH. He can come off the field. Players like that, you don't wear them out. Watch Otani. Otani can be DH straight through, and he can pitch every 6 days because we get in a 6-man rotation. So, and after that, we keeping him so he can be another 50 plus 20 win pitcher.
You sure y'all getting him to pitch?
Otani is pitching next year. He's ready. He's back next year. He could have pitched if need be. He could have pitched.
He didn't have his surgery already?
His surgery is not on his pitching arm. His surgery is not on his pitching arm. His surgery is not. It was on his other arm. His pitching arm is fine.
Yeah, but you know the body, remember now, you got to create a balance.
No, he's fine. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's going to be ready. He's going to be ready to pitch come April 2025.
Well, I don't know. I haven't decided yet who can be the leader man, but I bet now that eventually, given maybe not the first couple of months, but I look forward to RB Heyman guy to lead the Yankees, be the Yankees leader man.
Okay.
Because we can have that much pop in the lineup that we could use him at the top of the lineup.
Time Jazz comes to bat, I pull for him to do well, but I don't want the Yankees to go nowhere because I'm a Dodger. Okay. And I look forward to hoping Brother Walcott makes it next year. It's called up next year. And Brother Robinson, I think it is. I hope they all called up next year. Be good to see some more Bahamians in the league.
Yeah, I would like to see a few more Bahamians move up the ladder from AAA affiliation and all that sort of stuff.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of prospects, We can get there eventually, There can be some more Bahamian rise at occasion.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm looking forward to that and excited.
About that.
And we get one. I get one nephew who call it Lil Naughty. He can be something else. He can be a pitcher for the Dodgers one day.
Yeah.
Give him but 8 more years.
Be very interested though. We going for number 28.
All right. That ain't gonna be next year. That ain't gonna be next year. Maybe in 2030.
Yeah, my brother.
Take care, my brother. Enjoy talking to you. Take care. Let's get to the picks because we got to get to the get out here a couple minutes. I got an interesting talk. Rich Eisen can tell you who his top five teams are. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so Dallas scored a touchdown, so it's now 13-7. Dallas. Let's look at the rest of the game. So tonight we've got the Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay 3.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Miami and the points. All right, I think Miami could win that game. NCAA football is tonight as well. We've got the Memphis at Tulane. Tulane is 14-point favorites. That's a lot. But you know what? I'm going to go with Tulane and the points. I'm going to be bold. And then tomorrow, you got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City are 13.5-point favorites. I don't like that. I'm going to take Kansas City in the money line. They've been ducking and dodging too many times. And that luck going to run out real soon. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the texts. Thank you for the anger. Thank you for the frustration. I had a really good time today with you guys today, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the calls. Even though we may not all agree, I do appreciate you calling, and please keep coming in. Don't worry about us, Rowan. I can always take your call. This has been Pearly on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM and Talking Heads Thursday. You have a good day. Stay safe. Don't eat too much. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends out there.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to books. You name it, we can print it.
Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This KFC drip just won't quit. Step your flavor game up with the new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real premium white meat nuggets, sauced in your choice of one of 5 KFC sauces: Korean barbecue, mango habanero, guava barbecue, stinging honey garlic, or signature barbecue. Do whatever the crunch you want with any of our new KFC Saucy Nuggets. 100% real, 100% a deal. Only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. KFC Saucy Nugget Strip. It's finger licking good.
Get ready, Nassau. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center is back with our annual 3 days of blackout. Mark your calendars for November 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's 3 days of unbelievable deals right here at home. We're bringing you thousands of items from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart. Everything at their online listed prices, freight and duty paid. Don't believe us? Bring your phone and Google it. Experience the U.S. prices right here in Nassau. Call us at 698-0123 or WhatsApp 557-2522. Meet us on Mackey Street. Don't miss out. See you there for 3 days of total blackout deals.
Is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Are you dreaming of an EV? Now is the time. Easy Car Sales is offering unbelievable deals on 2024 models with end-of-year discounts. Plus, quick and simple in-house financing makes it easy for everyone to go electric. Take a test drive and experience the thrill today at EV City on Abundant Life or Gladstone Road. Step into a smarter, more affordable drive with Easy Car Sales, your trusted EV and warranty provider since 2016.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl on 9 FM.
Buddy, we decided to do this on Thanksgiving Day. Good to see everyone, and hopefully to be seen here on this great football family holiday of Thanksgiving. Good to see you, Chris. DJ
Rich,
Mikey D's and D's Nuts. Good to see you, TJ Jefferson.
I woke up from a nap from this.
Oh, good. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have a new tradition here. Did we do this last year? Well, we could say we did it last year. Who knows?
Man, no one's checking anyway.
But that's the point of this, is to check on our work. Because I come up with things, we talk about things, and then we don't revisit them.
Yeah,
we don't revisit them. Yeah. Like what's more likely if we revisit that on Mondays, right?
People want us to do that. It'd be a lot of work.
It's a lot of buttons over here.
A lot of buttons over here. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But on September the 3rd, way back when. This is like Labor Day time, right?
Yep.
I came up with my top 5 for the entire 2024 NFL season.
Right.
And figured it would be perfect here on Thanksgiving Day to revisit those storylines and see where we are, where we've netted out. And so I guess it is technically a top 5 list, even though it's not a top 5 list itself. We're revisiting a top 5. Yeah. So are you ready? Hit it.
High five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's top 5.
All right, so these are my top 5 season-long storylines of the 2024 season. And I think now that we're 12 weeks in, and we do them after, that's 3 months in, we have some answers here, and some maybe not. Number 5 storyline for the season-long storyline arc for the 2024 season. Is there a savior in the rookie quarterback class?
Oh.
And
I think we have a few.
That right? Don't you think? Like, for sure. How about this one? Jaden Daniels has shown savior-like qualities.
Yeah.
Right? Bo Nix
has been awesome.
Has been terrific. Building slowly but surely. Is Caleb a savior, or where the jury's out?
I think it's trending savior-ish.
TJ, where are we trending on this in your estimate?
Savior? He's looked good the last 2 weeks.
He has.
Yeah.
We're trending.
My guy, Drake May.
Drake May
is for sure a savior.
You think so?
We got our guy.
For sure.
I'm looking at
For
Jalen,
sure.
and I want to say Caleb's a savior, just for his sake and my.
Unfortunately, we knew at the time when I said this on September 3rd, J.J. McCarthy was already done for the year.
And we knew that Michael Penix
Wasn't
going to
really
play at all.
Well, we were
We assumed,
wondering.
yeah.
He's gotten, cups of garbage time coffee.
Interesting.
No, but
way
at the
to
time,
put it.
no, we were wondering.
But at the time, it was
is
like,
Kirk going to struggle?
Is
Could he actually
healthy?
sit?
Right. And he struggled week 1, and it was like, just put Penix in
Well,
there.
I mean, the Steelers were all over him in week 1.
Yeah. I like that. I think there's several. I think you're good. You nailed it.
Number 4, storyline for the season-long storyline for 2024, Russell Wilson's last stand. And here we are, Thanksgiving week.
Wow.
And the way that this played out, Russ was hurt to begin the season.
Hurt?
Well, we were saying he was hurt.
Pushing the sled.
And they were just like saying he's just not well enough to play because we thought they're just shining us off to get Justin Fields in there. And Fields starts 4-2. And then slowly but surely, every single time they were asked during that 4-2 stretch, or Tomlin was asked, what about Russ? He's just like, he's not available to us.
Right.
And we were like, oh, yeah, he'll just stay unavailable. And then slowly but surely, Russ is getting reps and he's back in practice and then he starts.
And he wins.
And so Fields went 4-2. And as of Thanksgiving Day right now, Russ went 4 in his first 5.
Dude.
And so the Steelers, once upon a time 4-2, are now 8-3. And Russell Wilson's last stand, if it does continue to go in this direction and he takes them to the playoffs, maybe the Steelers keep him.
I think they're keeping him.
Both?
I think they're keeping him.
Well, they'll be more expensive. That's for decision down the road. But we were saying last stand because if it didn't work in Pittsburgh, it wasn't going to work anywhere else for him anymore. And that's where we are right now with that season-long storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3. The Niners' last ride with an affordable Brock Purdy.
I mean, this is true.
And here we are, Thanksgiving week, and Purdy is limited in practice after missing a start last week for the Niners to fall to 5-6.
Yeah, they're not a playoff team right
And
now.
we were like, on September 3rd, it's like, okay, Ayuk finally signed. Let's see how he's going to go.
Yep.
And McCaffrey, we were expecting him to start despite having some time missed during training camp due to a lower leg injury that turned out to be 2 lower leg injuries. And now they're 5-6 in the Brock Purdy final ride with him being affordable. As we all know, he's going to sign. He's going to hit it. He's going to get paid more than Dak. Don't you think? Even though now you think that do you think that might change now that they're 5-6, and if they don't finish up strong and Purdy doesn't look great even when he's healthy or not healthy?
He's going to get $60 million? No way.
Dude, he's going to be a free agent.
No way.
What are they going to pay him less than Dak?
Pay that man his
He's going to reset the market lower than what's already been reset higher by Dak Prescott, who's never made a Super Bowl like Brock Purdy has.
I don't think anyone thinks, though, he's better than Dak, though, do they?
Chris, how many times do we have this same conversation here? I feel like, Chris, I'm not going there. I'm going there in the same way that I will always say to my children, and I'm not comparing you to my child, but it is just similar in the fact that I'm like, pick the stuff off the floor. You know this is not going to go well for you. We're having the same conversation. It doesn't matter if he's quote unquote better than Dak. It's his time to be paid. He is hitting the market. Nobody resets it lower. But it's interesting that we are having this conversation now in week 12. We're like, okay, not where we thought the Niners would be on Thanksgiving Day. It's a fun endeavor to revisit.
I am into this.
Number 2, the thing to watch season long. The Dallas Cowboys all in season. How's it going to play out?
Hey, sorry, TJ.
Well, hey, now. Well, at this point in time, we're just a few hours from kickoff in the Metroplex, and maybe things are going to go well for them. Maybe they go to 5-7, and then all bets are off. They go 5-7. Crazy things have happened. Dallas Cowboys all in season goes where on September 3rd, they were still a week away from paying Dak. Dak was still unsigned when I said these things. CD was in the fold, but Dak was like, are they going to sign him or not? And then we were wondering, the roster's pretty thin. What happens if they get hurt? And then they signed Dak, they boat raced Cleveland, and then things went completely south from there on out. Totally. 2 losses in a row, boat races at home. They then won the Cowboys-Pittsburgh game, and then I watched it back, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not a bad way to finish up in the fourth quarter, and then they lose 5 in a row. And lose Dak for the season. And, bring in Jonathan Mingo to help the offense at the trade deadline.
Mingo.
And here we are on Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys, if they beat a Giants team that no longer has Daniel Jones because they cut him this week, man, these are storylines in September 3rd. We were just been like, how's it going to play out? That's the answer. The all-in season is now kind of all out. Disastrous. But we'll see what happens for the next 6 weeks. Number one storyline of 2024. Season long, you know what it is.
What did you say? Oh,
the Chiefs' three-peat attempt. And here we are on Thanksgiving, and they've lost only one game, and it was 2 weeks ago. They went from Christmas Day 2023 damn near to Thanksgiving 2024 without losing a football game. They did lose one finally. This one was in Buffalo. And again, on September 3rd, nobody thought the Bills would be 9-2 on Thanksgiving Day, but that wasn't one of my season-long storylines to look at. Right now, they are in the position of holding on to that 1 seed. They have too many close calls. 8-0 in one-score games. 8-0. And they have just one game after another. It feels like just holding on for dear life, but they're the ones who make the plays at the end, either on offense or defense. They started the season with 9 straight wins before that loss at Buffalo, and then another last-second win. 2 of their last 3 games and wins. The Denver Broncos were set up to beat them with a last-second field goal, and it was blocked, and we all know what happened in Carolina last week where they left too much time on the clock for Patrick Mahomes. Same old story there.
You think we need one more?
Yep.
All right, we'll get one more.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. This one's a quick one. Oh. The one more season-long storyline to follow for 2024, as I said on September 3rd. Can the Jets finally take flight? The answer is an emphatic no. An emphatic no. As a matter of fact, I think the national trip is out. There's a no-fly list that's going on right now, and as we hit Thanksgiving, it's possible Aaron Rodgers is on the no-fly list for 2025. The coach has been fired after a 2-3 start. They started 2-1, and then after falling to 2-2 in a loss